What is it, Pats Nation? It's Patriots Global back here with another video, and in this one, we're going to be talking about how the New England Patriots reportedly had previous interest in free agent linebacker Clay Mathews. Now, according to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, who is a pretty notable reporter here, has been pretty accurate also, so that's something I should also mention, but he said that there was league-wide buzz prior to the 2020 NFL draft that the Patriots were considering signing the linebacker/edge rusher in Clay Mathews. Now, there's a lot of speculation going on about this topic, and a lot of people feel that the big reason that Clay Mathews ultimately has not ended up on the Patriots is for the fact that heading into the draft, of course, the Patriots just kind of wanted to see what they would get, see if they could upgrade at the position at all. And of course, they traded up and selected Josh Uche, which would really perform a very similar role to what Clay Mathews would do, essentially leading to the fact that the Patriots didn't think Josh Uche would be there when he did, essentially why they traded back up into the second round to select him. Now, of course, because there was that interest, because the Patriots love their veterans, because the Patriots essentially are trying to just continue to build one of the best defenses in the league, trying to build off of last season, just trying to make sure that they'll be able to win games, because a big portion of this team's success is now going to come through from their defense. But due to the fact that they did select Josh Uche, they have a lot of linebackers, or essentially they just have a lot of personnel at that edge rushing position. Clay Mathews to the Patriots doesn't seem as likely, but of course, let's mention that anything's possible. Now, the 34-year-old Clay Mathews spent his first 10 years of his NFL career with the Green Bay Packers, of course. Many people know Clay Mathews from the Packers, as he acquired a 6-time Pro Bowl selections and a 1-team All-Pro season, and of course won that Super Bowl ring back in 2010. He has 91 and a half sacks in his 11-year career, which is 6th among all active players and is top 50 of all time. He then went and signed with the Los Angeles Rams in free agency in March of 2019, and then was cut 1 year later by the Rams, although he signed a 2-year deal with them. Now, guys, with currently no NBA, no NHL, no MLB, you might be thinking that there's nothing for you to bet on right now. Well, guess what? I'm here to tell you that you're wrong about that, because our exclusive partners, BetOnline, has hundreds of events, games, props that you can wager on, all the way from their online casino to poker to blackjack, as they are bringing Vegas to you on your own personal couch. Now, I know a lot of you are missing the NFL, and of course, that is no problem, because BetOnline has live and daily Madden NFL 20 simulations that you can wager on. And I know some of you aren't interested in betting on sports. Some of you are interested on betting more on entertainment, things like Survivor, Big Brother, American Idol, food eating contests, and they have that also. It's open 24 hours, 7 days a week from the comfort of your own home. You can do it online, so you can do it on your computer, you can do it on your iPhone. Perfect for anybody. Make sure you guys visit the website today or use your mobile device and join today to receive your welcome bonus with the promo code CLNS50. That is CLNS50. Still, of course, put up very respectable numbers even last year, in the fact that he also dealt with injuries. Appeared in 13 games for the Rams this past season and still was able to rack up a total of 8 sacks and 11 quarterback hits. Now, we've talked a little bit about Clay Mathews over on my live when I've done live streams. Some of you have commented in the comment section of my videos. You guys have texted me about it. You guys have DM'd me about it. And a popular response that I have gotten from a lot of people is, no, I want to pass on him. He's too old. To that, I would say I definitely would not worry about the age of Clay Mathews. I mean, he's still a pretty dang durable guy. He has dealt with some injuries over the past few years, but still a strong, pretty hardcore edge rusher slash linebacker that the Patriots could use in a multitude of different ways. Now, of course, he is going to be more of your classic edge rusher, but he does have some experience dropping back into coverage. I would definitely be more comfortable in a Clay Mathews dropping back into coverage than I would right now in a Josh Uche, or more specifically in somebody like a Brandon Copeland. The Patriots have gotten significantly younger and more athletic this offseason, which is something that is very new to really everybody, because that's really not what the Patriots do. Part of the Patriots way is grabbing these older veterans, guys who are looking to revamp their career, bringing in guys that many other people feel that their career would be over due to age. Because of how young they've gotten, there's so many questions surrounding the New England Patriots, because you don't know what to expect from them, because you have guys that you don't know how they're going to transition into the NFL because of how young they are. With that being said, I think it would be a really nice addition here for the Patriots if they were to add Clay Mathews and add a veteran presence. They don't really have too many guys who are veterans in the NFL, guys that truly know what to expect, have seen multiple different offenses in the league. Clay Mathews has seen the league change throughout the years. He's played both new and old, and he's played against essentially every team by now, so he knows what to expect. Not only that, but like I mentioned earlier, Clay Mathews has been very productive. All-Pro one season. He's had multiple Pro Bowl selections. We have so many young guys that learning from someone like Clay Mathews, Dante Hightower, and even being in the Patriots system could be super, super beneficial for some of these younger guys, and even some of these older guys are in the league, like a Brandon Copeland. But I think if somebody like Chase Winovich, Josh Uche, Anthony Jennings, these younger guys stepping up into the league and becoming more of the face of New England at this point, and the new generation of the NFL learning from these guys, could really be a difference maker for their NFL careers and essentially be difference makers here for the Patriots. At this point, though, I see two rough scenarios that are keeping Clay Mathews away from the New England Patriots. Now, of course, one of these is going to be the most obvious one, and I'm sure multiple people are already commenting this in the comments section before the video even started, and that's going to be the Patriots cap situation. They don't have much money. In fact, they are at a position where they're only at about $600,000 available dollars in their available cap situation, and that's not even enough to finish signing their draft selections. They have everybody signed except for their first selection in Kyle Duggar. So either way, the Patriots are going to have to do something cap-wise in order to free up some money to add a guy like Kyle Duggar, but even then, I don't see the New England Patriots being completely done adding pieces to this team for the entirety of the offseason. Now, a good thing about this, though, is the fact that I don't think Clay Mathews has a big market. Okay, he's been a free agent for a while now, and teams aren't really pushing on him. Now, part of that might be because of the pandemic going around. Some teams might be concerned about a physical. Of course, they're not able to travel to get these physicals, which might be one of the factors holding him back, but teams haven't signed him. You haven't heard about teams being interested in him either. Because of that, I think that he could be a cheaper deal for the Patriots. When he went and he signed with the Rams, he had signed a 2-year, $9.25 million deal. That was the base value, including $5.5 million guaranteed. I don't expect it to be anything like that. Now, I definitely don't expect it to just be a league minimum. I don't expect it to be a $1 million deal. But the Patriots don't have to break the bank if they were to bring him on, and there is a multitude of different ways that they could free up some money pretty easily if they did want to bring him on board. Now, the second reason that I think there is a bit of a holdback here on the Patriots not jumping the gun on signing Clay Mathews is just because where would he honestly fit? He's not going to be a big coverage guy. Okay, when you look at him, you look at his stats, you look at why he even was a big Pro Bowl selection, it was getting to the quarterback. He's a big edge rusher, kind of like that Dante Hightower type of role. Now, I would say that he's a little bit more capable in coverage than Hightower, but you catch my drift. You already have guys that are going to be setting the edge, Chase Winovich, Josh Uche, possibly Anthony Jennings, depending on where they use him. You have the UDFAs, you have Dietrich Wise Jr., you have Derek Rivers. You have John Simon. You have Brandon Copeland, who strictly can only be a set-the-edge type of linebacker. You have Dante Hightower. And while, yes, Clay Mathews is definitely better than some of these guys, I just don't see Belichick bringing all of these guys on board to make the final roster next season. So obviously a guy that might be a surprise cut if Clay Mathews were to come on board, like possibly a Dietrich Wise, could be out the door. But that is going to be it for today's video. The New England Patriots previously had some reported interest in Clay Mathews. Now, what are your guys' thoughts on this? I know we talked about it a little bit before, but to hear this, of course, is very interesting and an intriguing piece of news here involving our Pats. So what are you thinking? Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Like this video, guys. It really helps, and it's a very easy way to just support me and the channel, and it costs you completely nothing. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't subscribed yet for all of your New England Patriots content, but other than that, I will catch you guys in my next video.
In Astro World.